Hi, this is Simon from the Bracketeer back at South OC Cars and Coffee, and I'm standing with Keith, who is the owner of our Car of the Week. This thing pulled in and it was an absolute showstopper. It is an MGA running a supercharged small block Chev, and it is the craziest looking British car I have ever seen in my life. So let's swing the camera around and have a look at what we're looking at here. So Keith, how many years have you owned the car?
I've had the car 40 years. I bought it when I was 19 for $150.
And I can tell looking at it right now, it doesn't owe you $150, does it?
No.
And let me guess, you didn't have like grey hair when you started this project?
No, that's what did it.
Yeah, exactly. This thing pulled in, and as I commented to a group of guys I was standing with, I said, I can just imagine a couple of drunken guys in a garage one night going, hey, do you want to build something completely suicidal? And the other person going, sure, what have you got in mind? Let's put a small block Chev and a supercharger in my MGA.
That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, I can imagine. Lots of beer. So let's look at the engine. So it's we spoke about it before. It's a 350, and it's running this B&M supercharger on top of it. You're also, I noticed you're running an XL coil at the back. It's MSD ignition. There's an MSD ignition at the back as well, and then a 750 double pumper Holly on that as well. How much horsepower do you think you're putting down?
We're putting about 550 horsepower.
550 horsepower. That's at the engine, of course, not the wheels.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
but
absolutely.
even so, what does the car weigh?
2,500 pounds.
Yeah, that's you don't like living, do you? So when you look at the front of this thing, I love what you've done and modified the front. You got rid of the front bumper bar, and you've obviously got
Moved the apron forward
Yep.
to be flush, widened it to match the custom Turbo Carrera fenders.
Yep.
And put in another grille underneath it.
Yeah, the secondary grille, which the secondary grille looks great on this thing, and of course the side vents on the side that look like they're straight out of a Cobra, which looks good.
Yes.
And you were saying it's on a Corvette platform, correct?
Yes, it is.
What do you know? What year Corvette?
A 78 Corvette.
78 Corvette, and it's running a Tremec 5-speed and a Corvette independent rear end. Correct?
Yes, it is. Right.
Unbelievable setup.
Yep. All aftermarket front suspension. I designed the clutch and braking system.
Yep.
And all the fenders have been welded to the body.
Yep.
And molded in to make it look like a unibody. It's hard to believe that's all steel fender.
Yeah, wow, that's
Yep.
crazy. And it's got these World Racing wheels on it, and to me they're looking, so are they a 15-inch rim or
15-inch wheels. Yeah.
so 15 by what, 6s or 5.5s on the front?
5.5s in the front and 8s in the back.
8s in the back. Yeah, great classic wheel, these World Racing.
Yes.
They're the race. What's the model of them? The
Drag Stars.
Drag Stars, of
Yes.
course. Yes.
Those are the light aluminum models.
Yeah. Yep. You started seeing those on a lot of drag cars back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Which is when I built the car.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Great. I mean, the stance on this thing is incredible. The sound when it came in was incredible. I mean, if this thing's coming up on you, you would have to just get out of the way. As I saw you pull in and I noticed you were struggling just to, try and get the whip power to the ground, I can just imagine if you planted it, it would do a somersault and you'd be like, honey, I'm under the car.
It's you got to pay attention when you're driving the car.
Yeah.
It'll get away from you real quick.
Yeah, it's just so light. So I can imagine it being pretty squirrely when you get on it. It's just really nicely done. I'll just bring the camera up here. It's just really cool looking car. I mean, the best thing about Cars and Coffee is when we get different cars. And for me personally, there's nothing better than seeing something that somebody's customized themselves. So Keith, thank you so much for bringing this out.
Yes, the pleasure is mine.
Really appreciate it.
This is our first trip here.
Excellent. I hope
Yes.
it's not going to be your last.
Not
either.
at all. We had a great time.
Excellent. So there's our Car of the Week this week at South OC Cars and Coffee. This amazing MGA running this supercharged small block Chev. Just a real head turner and eye catcher. See you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee.